what nostalgic childhood movie? Can y'all name like some that really made a good impact, big impact on y'all's childhood?
Spirited Away.
Wait, what's Spirited Away?
That's a Hayao Miyazaki film. It's a Japanese animation film, basically, that came out in, oh god, early 2000s, something like that.
Early 2000s? Oh, alright. Kenna?
I think the first movie that popped up in my head was, it was a Barney movie.
Barney movie?
Imagination Island, and that's just like it taught me to just imagine anything can happen.
No drugs need to be involved.
No.
All right.
Not at that age, anyway.
All right, bet. All right, what about you, Dawson?
For me, the first one that comes to my mind is the Karate Kid, bro.
Oh,
whenever I saw that,
that's a classic.
The crane kick and all that shit. Like I was like, I got the train, and then that's like what got me into martial arts.
Oh, shit. The very original, the first one, right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yep, that's the one. That's just lit.
Oh, have you watched Cobra Kai?
I actually just started watching it the other day. I'm on like episode 2 or 3, but
it's good, right?
It is.
Yeah, it is really good.
And that shit is fucking amazing. Like I just looked into it. I watched the first episode. I ended up sitting there the whole time watching the entire season nonstop.
That's how you know it's good.
By the way, I can't be the only one to have noticed, but if you recall, like Ralph Macchio back when he was in the 80s doing the Karate Kid movies versus how he is now, it's like, how many years did it take for that guy's balls to drop? Because that guy had a super high voice even in his 20s. Just saying.
That's real shit.
And Chris agrees with you on Spirited Away.
Yes.
Hey, what up, girl? Fucking Cobra Kai, the new one is supposed to come out November on Netflix. So you should look out for that. But what if I had said, like, let's say Cobra Kai that remake Barney, a remake came out of all of that, and it turns out one of the main actors, was either racist or in some kind of political, that has some type of political stance. Would that movie still have the same nostalgia, that same effect on y'all? Would y'all still love that?
I think it would make me reconsider it.
So here's my take on it. So the way I see it is that actors and actresses, what they do is part of their job.
Mm-hmm.
Their political views and whatever they do has nothing to do with the role that they're playing. Assuming that the movie's not actually about that particular subject.
Yeah.
So I normally try and separate those two things, just so that it makes it easier for me to judge the movie, because I watch movies for the sake of entertainment and also like as a way just to how do I put it?
Escape.
Like I guess it's a form of escape. Yeah. I guess that's a good way to put it, because like I don't really want to bring my personal problems into the movie whenever I'm watching it. So I don't know. That's the way I view it.
So the art, separate the art from the artist.
Yeah,
basically. And Kenna, what if you had found out Barney was a pedophile?
Oh my god, it would be a mystery. Oh my god, I'm crying.
Hashtag Pizzagate.
Hey, it's 2020. It's 2020. Some crazy shit has happened. For all we know, that might pop off next week.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Some little kid come out confessing that saw a bulge in that dinosaur outfit.
Oh my god, isn't he like a sex therapist or something like that?
What? That makes it even worse.
People orgasm, I think, or like bond. He's like in some sexual field right now. I'm pretty sure.
That's kind of just as weird.
That justifies my theory.
Oh my god, no!
I mean, maybe his hands weren't in the arm slot the whole time.
Man.
Y'all heard about Pee Wee Herman, right? When he was like jacking off in the movie theater or whatever.
Hey,
I thought it was
oh
part of-
yeah.
Oh, that was so many years ago.
Yeah, I heard about that. But that don't change my views on him. He's a man. He has needs, and it was the porno theater.
Then,
Yeah, it's
I
also
think
the right
they're off too.
What do you expect?
You fucking DJing and shit.
Personal story. There was this one club that I went, a nightclub that I went to. They had a theater, like a little porno theater in there. You would walk up in there and see people masturbating. Sometimes see people jacking off. Ain't nobody got arrested.
Damn.
Given this was an after hours club, given you had to be on some special you would want to be on some special recreations, before going there. But shit, that's H-Town Club for you.
Are those businesses like gone dead yet?
I mean, it's the pandemic right now, so.
Well, I mean, with practically free porn that's paid with advertisement online, I would expect something like that would
yeah.
it would destroy those businesses.
Oh yeah, that is true. I mean, this was like what 10, 11 years ago. No, 15 years ago. Damn. Yeah. But shit, we're getting sidetracked. So popping off in China right now, popping off in Citizens of Somalia. Shout out to COJ. Mulan came out on September 4th. I watched it. I kind of loved it, but not really. That's my personal views. But the main actress, she made some tweets supporting the police in Hong Kong right now, and everybody's up in a roar about that. The whole hashtag boycott Mulan thing started popping off. And yeah, this, what do y'all think? We're gonna peel this onion, break down the layers. But first, should Mulan be canceled because of her views?
Nah, there's a whole bunch of other people working on the movie other than just her, so I don't feel like the whole movie should get punished just for her actions.
Exactly. And so, but there's this whole cancel culture thing again. Wanted to cancel this entire operation because of one person's views.
The way I see it is that she's free to believe whatever she wants. However, though, she should note the consequences of what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree that it shouldn't be. You shouldn't destroy one whole movie just because of one person. Because I'm pretty sure there are plenty of other people that are, doing other bad shit with the movie as well.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. So, all right. Kenna, any thoughts? Any views?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like my reasoning for like a minute or two. Like honestly, I was like, I don't know if I want to watch Mulan. I heard the main actress is like cool with the CCP and all that shit. But then I'm like, I don't know. I don't really care. I don't watch movies anyway, so.
But I mean,
I'm not cool with the fact that she's basically a huge CCP supporter. But goddamn, she is so cute though.
She is pretty fine.
Why do you think she got that job?
Although I think they could have chosen somebody better to be a Mulan. I don't know. That's just me.
And okay, all right. Let's peel that onion a little bit more. Let's say Karate Kid was filmed at a Nazi camp. No, not at a Nazi camp, near a Nazi camp. You found that out later. Would that have affected your opinion of it? Not at the Nazi camp, near the Nazi camp.
I wouldn't even know what to think of it because I'd be like, why?
Yeah, for real. As long as like nobody's actually in there like being a Nazi and shit like that, I mean, I guess I'd be like, all right, but it still definitely would be a little weird.
Yeah, especially if like, for example, you see like silhouettes of like dead bodies in the background, and it's like, I'm pretty sure that doesn't belong there.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
but you know, I'm using Nazi Hammer just as an example. But like, what if it had it had to do with a scene in the movie that that is supported? You know.
Yeah, if they can tie it in and actually like make it make sense, but like in a way where it's not like hurting other people and shit like that, then I can see where they're coming from. But
yeah. So apparently, Mulan was filmed in the area of China. I can't say the name. I can't exactly pronounce the name. Xavier.
Is it that word that begins with X?
Yeah.
Xinjiang.
Yeah, Xinjiang. And apparently, Xinjiang is comparable to a Nazi camp.
Yep, that's true.
And the movie was filmed in a couple places, couple deserts close by to it. Now, people are in an uproar about that. Because it was filmed at that spot, should that have any impact on other people not supporting it, or starting a whole cancel culture thing to boycott it?
Yeah, that was reaching. Like, I don't know. If you're not like right wordly disrespecting Xinjiang or whatever, it's like, why? If it's like only near it, it's like not really there. Not disrespecting it in any way. And having that perverted uncle. Not your fault.
Yeah, and those deserts look good. The scenes look good. As looking from a cinematic point, the movie looked good.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is that where the filming took place, it's for the purpose of setting up certain scenes for important parts for a movie. It's not like they glorify putting people into concentration camps, especially in this case the Uyghur Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're in Mulan. I mean, it's not like they're glorifying putting Uyghurs into concentration camps and basically wiping out their culture and trying to kill them off. You don't see any of that in the movie. But on the other side of it, I also see why people are pissed off about it, because it was filmed near a concentration camp. So I can kind of see both sides to it, but I'm leaning more towards the side of this is purely a location that they're using coincidentally.
It's a bit controversial. It's like let's say, I don't know. This might be a little controversial, but damn, people try to cancel me before, anyways. But let's say they made a movie. Say they made a movie about BLM, but they filmed it near where George. They filmed it where, I don't know. That's some place that they don't want to support, where George Floyd died, or near some of those Confederate locations.
Like where the statues are, for example? Okay.
Yeah, and people are in an uproar about it. It would be similar to that.
Yeah, people are just jumping to cancel because, like, I don't know, like, if you're like honoring it or disrespecting it directly, like, sure, but like you can't have something even close to it. Like, I don't know, it's too much.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'd like to bring up an interesting example. I'd like to compare. So with have any of you guys seen Schindler's List?
Schindler's List?
I've seen it.
So Schindler's List stars Liam Neeson. He basically plays as Oskar Schindler, who is one of the key people from Germany that actually saved a shit ton of Jews in Auschwitz. Mm-hmm. Now, from what I've seen, it looks like they did actually do filming on location in Auschwitz for the purpose of authenticity. But does that mean people should cancel the movie because of the fact that they decided to film on grounds where atrocities took place?
No, that's for the sake of art, historical accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
But people might take that out of context and might actually just assume that the film is glorifying Nazism and basically genocide.
What about the sake of education? See, I feel that if we don't educate, history's definitely going to repeat itself. If we don't inform, history's definitely going to repeat itself.
But that's the thing. People don't want to listen. They don't like to
if they don't,
be exposed to this type of stuff, I guess.
if they don't like to listen, go listen to someone else. Put on some football game.
Hey, hell yeah! Always do that. Yeah, they go watch some Barney or some shit.
Yeah.
For real.
But I mean, at the same time, people also crave drama too. That's why they're addicted to listening to the news and then listening to like the COVID death updates or trying to find out more information on the Portland riots and whatnot.
My opinion nowadays is way people jump on bandwagons way too easily, and people get influenced way too easily. People want something to bitch about. People want to be a part of something.
Yeah.
So
that's true, and they'll do anything to make themselves look good too, even if they don't really believe what they're backing up.
Yeah, which is a problem because if you look at how news media outlets work, a lot of them are only capturing one side of the story and then cutting certain parts of it in order to fit a certain narrative that they're trying to perpetuate to their audience.
Because I know those media companies are in politicians' back pockets, so
that's for sure.
So they got to lean one way or the other. If they don't, that's some funding taken away from them. That's their job at stake. That's their livelihood. So people a lot of people nowadays, they don't know how to critically think on their own. Take information, analyze it, see which one's real, which one's not, and it's just so easy to just go off somebody else's information. It might make sense in one way, but there might be another way that makes better sense. People don't do the research before jumping to a conclusion.
Yeah, people take shit and they just run with it at first sight. They don't do no cross-referencing, no nothing. It's just, all right, they see that, I believe it.
You know what?
Even worse is when on like, for example, Facebook, whenever there's like clickbait article, and like the title of the article doesn't even reflect what they're talking about in the article.
Yep.
And people just go off based off of the title instead of actually reading.
Yep.
That's true shit.
That's kind of just like how newspaper headlines work, but at least newspaper headlines they relate. Clickbait and news headlines is made to attract eyeballs. It's made to attract attention. It's made to sell. But if that's all people are reading, then they don't get don't get all the information.
Well, that's why there's a shit ton of angry people in this country, because I guarantee you, most of them are not actually researching into how certain events have happened.
I believe that.
Like, especially with, for example, the Portland riots. There's a lot of shady shit that's gone on over there that nobody ever brings up or talks about.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for example, the fact that apparently there are active duty Navy SEALs blended in with law enforcement in Portland.
Oh, shit.
I don't hear about that.
Oh no, I believe that though.
You're not gonna find any articles about it. You know why? Because there are people on social media who like they pointed out certain equipment and certain equipment setups that SEALs use, and it's exactly what one of those guys in the pictures was presented.
Wow.
So yeah, for some reason SEALs are over there, but anyways, I digress. Back to Mulan.
But on support of that, I saw TikTok videos of undercover cops acting as protesters and looting and rioting.
Damn.
So yeah. So but yeah, let's get back.
But yeah, no one wants to find. The point is, no one wants to look into and research the full picture. They only see the stuff that's on the surface, but they don't look at what's below the water.
Yeah, I know, because looking more into it and research and actually looking at reading the article only takes 3 to 5 minutes. Damn, who the hell has 3 to 5 minutes nowadays? Yeah. Most of us are quarantined at home with such little time, spending most of that time bitching about shit.
It's lazy logic.
Yeah, who has 3 to 5 minutes to actually read an entire article? What?
That's why I despise the people that always post TLDR, too long, didn't read. I'm like, you lazy piece of shit.
Everyone has short-ass attention spans now. There's too many things, like, grabbing our attention all different ways.
Yeah, and that's why they're slaves to the narratives that are constantly being perpetuated by the higher-ups in this country.
That's real shit, bro.
And you know what that really means? They're too lazy and they're dicks and retards.
Can't argue with that.
Alright.
Just what it is.
Alright. There's one last piece of this onion that I'm gonna peel. Kenna, let's say you found out that Barney he was a pedophile, and at the end of the credits, it's thanking the parent for providing the children.
What? What?
This is hypothetical. Let's say Barney was found out to be a pedophile, and at the end of the credits, Barney specifically thanked the parents for providing the children.
Jesus Christ! Like, oh
I
my God!
know it's not too.
He devastated and like, what the fuck?
I know it's not too comparable.
What the fuck?
I know it's not too comparable to the real situation, but I figured that would be an interesting scenario to bring up. But what had really happened was at the end of Mulan on the credits. I mean, I didn't really look at the credits. I just listened to the music at the end. They thanked China and the CCP for letting them use that location. So
You know what? That sounds like to me Disney is trying to kiss the CCP's ass so that they can get some, some extra money.
I mean, look at how many people are in China. That's a market that all major companies are trying to break into and stay in. Did you know before that Apple actually had to specially modify their iPhones, costing them extra just to sell it in China?
I hear about that.
I knew about that. Yeah, it's because we have a bunch of tech companies that they view China as an untapped market, but not as a potential security concern, like national security concern.
Oh, that has changed.
Yeah, something interesting I did hear recently though is like with the most recent Star Wars movie, I heard whenever they were promoting it over in China, like for here, for example, the Finn, they had him as like a bigger piece of like the marketing poster, but then over in China they like shrink them
They
down.
shrunk
so
him, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah,
they
even
definitely
John
have,
Boyega was like,
some
dude, what the
shit.
fuck?
Yeah, like, that shit's crazy.
And I remember one episode of JK. They said when they brought what's that HBO what's that HBO show with all the nudity in the medieval times?
Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Yeah, when they brought
Is that how you describe it?
I love that show.
Medieval nudity.
hey, there was a lot of nudity and fucking on there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's gross.
So
No one should have to.
when they brought Game of Thrones over to China, they had to delete a shitload of scenes to where they kind of lost the point of the story.
Wow. Yeah, if you
Yep.
gotta delete shit.
Sounds like the CCP to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much.
So
Fucking commies. That's all I have to say.
it sounds like Mulan was kind of catered towards them. Would you say? Rather,
I find that kind of hard to see because the reason being is that like I don't know. Maybe I have to watch the movie again, unfortunately, in order to look for certain thing they're trying to gate.
and I think there was an article talking about how the original Mulan didn't go to China because of Mushu, and that was one reason why they replaced Mushu with the Phoenix. But take that with a grain of salt. There's a lot of fake articles out there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so with all this information, this entire onion that we peeled, I mean, would y'all still pay that $30 to watch this movie, or wait till December 4th where it'll be free?
Hell no.
No.
Yeah, I'll wait for it to be free to get that.
Well, technically not free. There's still a barrier of entry of that subscription model. That, you know what I mean.
Or just be a Giga Chat and torrent that shit.
Oh. Shout out Popcorn Time. Y'all don't know about it. Look it up.
No, don't do that. That's gonna get a lot of attention to the site and get it canceled.
I mean Popcorn Hine.
Popcorn
Popcorn Hine.
The feds will.